I'm live.
Okay. Good luck. Click on that tab. Where did that even come from?
Bear with us, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Woke Wednesday. While we get this set up, just give us a second here. It has been a hell of a week.
Seriously. Alright, let's try this again. Let's go back over here. View channel.
Ignore the giant whooshing sounds of helicopters that you might hear during this.
Yeah, just let them know what's been going on with that.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we were been in the middle of a fire. Fire got pretty close to here, but never threatened us per se. So, you know.
The biggest thing was smoke and stuff.
Yeah, the monastery stayed safe, even though we did evacuate for a couple of days. We took, you'll see video of it. I don't know if we have them up yet.
I have shorts.
We have shorts up of it. But yeah, we evacuated with the Big Bertha, I call her, our new van, and it was our three wolf dogs. How many cats?
10 and one that was pregnant.
Yep, 10 cats and one that was pregnant, and then the three of us all in the van, and we went I would say about 100 miles away from here. Yeah.
It's only 40.
So then 60 miles.
Maybe.
60 miles.
Say it's actually closer, but I don't know.
60 miles, we'll say, roughly away from here to just get away from the smoke and be able to be, which wasn't really just being.
No, that was hell. I mean, trying to be in the van with the pups at night.
Yeah, it was an evacuation center, so Brother Wolfboy here got his own little cot thing in one of the rooms. And we had them too, but we had to stay with the animals, daughter Otten and I. Yeah. So that was fun.
Yep, and it was not.
And a train every 5 minutes going by at night.
Yep.
So yeah, for 2 nights we did that, and then finally on the third we're like, we can't do this anymore. We got to go home. So we're back here. Mountains all around us have pretty much burned, but not us. So we're back. We're getting stuff settled. So this Woke Wednesday is a breath,
kind of like a half one,
and it's a breath of fresh air from what's been going on.
Yeah, so we'll like I said, we'll recap a little bit about how, some of the footage from when we got out of here.
Yeah,
there's a little bit of my life. We can just kind of scan through it to show how the fire was progressing before we left.
Yeah.
And then I'll have a bigger thing on that on Friday, hopefully, about the Borel Fire and the loss and everything. But
it was.
Sorry.
No, good.
But for the second half of this, I thought you might want to talk about the biggest controversial topic right now, and that happens to be the opening ceremony of
the Olympics. Yes.
And what people are saying about that.
Yeah, we got a few different videos on that, and we will definitely have points of views on that and go over that. So I can't wait for this. Let's start this off with checking out some of the videos of us here at the monastery and the fire that's gone through. By the way, the fire's not out yet. It's 30% contained. It's moving away. It could possibly swing back, but it's not very likely. So that's our thing now. We're just trying to get everything back, and then we'll have to worry about mudslides and stuff like that in winter to come. Yeah. We're expecting thunderstorms tomorrow and Friday, possibly. No rain, they're saying, but lightning, which will be worse for us right now.
How this started.
Yeah.
Was the lightning strike. There was also a fellow that was apparently driving drunk and he crashed, and the car turned into a fireball. But those combined, the fires
and the lightning, yeah.
And so that's what we did.
And yeah, it was fun. Hello, Sancho. And you said that he said I can react to his newest video, but I think we've got stuff set up. We'll try to put it into Fridays.
We do, because there's only a short thing, so I only picked a couple things this time just to kind of ease us back into it. So,
yeah.
next week we'll cover anything that he's done and just kind of catch up on everybody's stuff.
Sounds good.
Kind of behind.
All right. Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry. Okay, now let's go. Now it's muted.
What's up?
The sound's not up.
Well, I think you'll hear the sound anyway.
There
They'll
we
hear
go.
the sound.
Okay.
And I don't know if you heard it before. It's going to be playing. It's because you get.
I will. When this one stops, I'll.
Because you had the big leaks. That's what was the debris that was falling into the yard.
Yes. The first video that everybody saw with the leaf was that was debris from what you see in this last one's background. That was the trees that had burned, and all the ash and embers flew that far into our yard. I mean, that's how big of a deal it was. And then obviously with Daughter Botton's 24-week pregnancy videos, you can see how big the fire had gotten already. And that was before we knew it was going to come here. We didn't think it would come this far.
Even when we did the live, it was like, I don't know, but then there was so much that was behind it. It got so smoky so fast.
It did, yes.
That was crazy.
We got another 51-second one, so let's go through. Yeah, obviously you can see. Obviously you can see the smoke, and you see flames on this mountain here. That's just further away from us. It had to come down there to. We had quite a bit of loss with this fire, as far as our little communities in between. It was a bad one. But thankfully, they stopped it from getting to our community. There you go. There's the flames. Probably, I would say about 6 to 8 feet tall, what you see there. Roaring down the hill. Those are good shots, honey. And then we're going to go into some night ones.
That was the night that you were left behind.
That what?
That we left you here.
Yeah.
While I went into higher ground.
Yeah, these videos are taken from higher up than our house. I was at the house prepping the van and prepping the animal so that I could just load him up and go in case it got close enough. I was pretty sure that we were going to lose everything that night. It was bad. We were in a frenzy, and that was Friday night.
Yeah.
So let's watch it. Okay, now that was Friday night. This one here is the next night. This is the night that we took off. We said nope, because this is racing across the hill that's across from us. Now we were like, okay, we've got to get out of here. This is too much right now. And you'll see these flames. I mean, they were racing too. We barely got out in time. Yeah. Sorry, the hill you see there that's burning has not burned in like close to 100 years. That's how much vegetation and stuff was on that hill.
So we've been in a drought, so it's been dry. There's trees that are like
Yes.
full-grown trees that are dead.
Yeah, because of a beetle. It's called a bark beetle.
Or a blister beetle.
Or blister beetle.
Sure
Yeah, they're causing a lot of havoc on a lot of our
so they just
trees.
Out, and then you got this shell,
and it's fire fuel.
Yeah, exactly. Tell them about getting up over the hill with Bertha and into Cali.
Oh my goodness. Okay. So this was our thing. The van that I have has a gas issue. It you can only use so much gas in it, and then it doesn't get pulled from the tank, and the pump. It's the intake in the tank that's causing issues. I was gonna get it fixed before all this went down, but I didn't get it in, and then the fire hit. So thankfully, I did not get it into the shop, because then we wouldn't have had it in order to evacuate. But if you're going uphill, it's kind of a struggle, because then the gas intake is at the very front, so all the gas would be to the back. So it doesn't quite suck the gas up then, and it acts like you have no gas and it dies. So you have to add some more so it has the gas to get up. Now, I didn't have any more. I thought we would have enough. We made it to Caliente, which thankfully had cell phone service.
Yeah.
And we made it there, which was, I don't know, about another 20 miles to Tehachapi, according to what I was had seen.
Yeah.
And so from there, we were stuck. We had 20 miles to get to the evacuation center where we were going. And it died. This is like 9 o'clock at night, mind you.
Yeah.
10 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
On a Saturday.
Yeah.
So we were trying to get somebody to stop. I was trying to flag people down. Wolfboy here was trying to help me flag people down. Nobody really wanted to stop. So finally,
and the ones that didn't have any gas.
Yeah, didn't have any gas or knew a way to help us.
Didn't want to do it.
And so finally, one guy, it was about 10:20, I think. And I had to make it by 11 o'clock to Walmart because I had a money transfer waiting for me. And they, from what we thought, closed at 11 o'clock, their money center. So I'm like panicking because I'm like, well, how am I going to get gas without money? So yeah, we were in a little thing there. Somebody finally stopped and they're like, yeah, I'll take you to the place and you can go and get what you need. So I get there and I get to Walmart and they're like, oh no, we closed our money center at 8 o'clock because it's done by Walmart what they want to do because it's a smaller town Walmart. And so I'm just like, she said, I saw the disappointment and the like frustration in me. And she's like, well, what's the matter? And I told her and she was like, okay. She was like, I got to make sure they didn't close the systems down. But she was like, I will do what I can to help you, seeing as how it's an emergency. And sure enough, she did it. She did the money transfer for me. And we got the money. I paid the guy that did it. And I got a 5-gallon thing of gas. Got back to the van, put it in. And then we got to Tehachapi, made it. But we didn't get to the evacuation center till 1 o'clock in the morning.
1 o'clock in the morning.
So, I mean, it was a long, long night. And as you can see, some of day one's pictures
that's
already.
How that's where we were. We're at the evacuation center now.
So you'll get to see some of it,
Now
and
you're caught up.
yeah, that was Big Bertha's story.
I didn't get any footage of that whole thing because I was sweating so bad coming through Lion's Trail.
Yeah, the fire had us going.
I thought, if this thing dies in the middle of it, we're just going to be burned to a crisp, and it's going to be so ironic because everything I wanted to save was in the van, and everything was fine here, and we would have burned to a crisp there trying to get out,
Yep.
So I'm like, I saw when we got over to Caliente and we were at the post office, I didn't even care that we were broken down. I would have stayed there all night. I was fine. It was we were far enough away from that situation.
Yeah, we were.
It was okay. It was I could have dealt with it. So the rest of the falling into place was just a bonus.
It was, yeah.
I was really glad that worked out, and really grateful for that guy to do what he did.
I know.
It even seems that Paiute Meadows.
Yeah, he was a resident. He lived next to my boss. I found out that who I work for.
Don't know who he is, but thank you, random Paiute Meadows guy.
Yeah, thank you very much. It really helped us out. So let's continue on. Big Bertha. There's Campbell. No, let's go. Okay, after the evacuation center that morning, we went over and there's a Walmart there. Now the Walmart had this like bike path down below it, and there's a parking lot that not very many people were going to, and it had a nice shade areas, and it just had some really good areas. So what we did is we set up camp for the day there, and that way we could let the cats out of the carriers. That's what that one cage that you saw was for, was to kind of let the cats run around in a bigger area.
Since sadly, they were like
nasty
from stress and
pooped
on each other and
so we had
on each other.
We had a lot to clean up, and then we let each dog out, and they got their food, water, rest, playtime. It was just kind of a more relaxing time for us. So we spent all day there before returning back to the evacuation center that night.
Right. I think this is still more of the parking lot.
Okay. There's just trust me.
Yeah.
Yep, we had to clean everything up. The cat is playing with one of the water bottles in the background.
Hello.
All right, so that was another one. This is part 3. It's same day, I do believe.
It was a long day.
Yeah, it was a very long day.
Out there in the sun.
This was Sunday. All right, apples. Yep, there's the view. Part 4. Yeah, those were long times. All the trains. Yeah.
I scattered the dogs, hid the dogs. Every time the train would go by, the dogs would freak out. They start posturing from each other.
So yeah, that was 2 days. We had Sunday that we were there all day, just being.
You had to
So
lay across those bucket seats in the van, like tiny little space, Oh my god.
So it turned out that we looked over the fire on Sunday and we're like, okay, it seemed to be that they stopped it from us, so we thought we should be okay. Talked to some friends and figured that we couldn't do this anymore anyway. We didn't want to try to get like 3 hours, 2 hours of sleep a night. We're like, we need to be back in our bed. So we're like, made the decision on Monday morning we would take off.
Because there's no air conditioning in the car.
Yeah, so we want to leave in the morning.
In the van, and that's really difficult with the animals. It's really hard on them.
Yeah, so we're like, all right. So we got up, we were out of there at the place by 6 o'clock. Stopped at Walmart, got the food and got the stuff we needed for a little while. And then, sure enough, we were on our way. We got Starbucks.
I know, I've never had Starbucks before. I've never had a real Starbucks coffee, so that was
It was
fun.
a mocha.
Yeah, that was pretty nice.
Yeah, it was. It was good.
I don't think it's worth the price that they charge.
No.
But,
No.
It's nice to have once in a while.
Yeah.
We got some stuff that we never really get out, because we live here, we always make our own food. So
Yeah.
we got some Chinese food while we were out and Starbucks.
I know.
Kind of countered some of the bad, but
Yeah.
we suffered.
Not enough.
Tell our house is still standing, so
I know.
I'm like
very grateful for that. I mean, we kind of came to the terms that we could lose it.
Yeah.
And that we weren't going to come back to it.
Always put that in our mind, as you're walking away from the fire, just saying, this is it. This is the last time I'm going to see this stuff. And you have to be okay with that.
Yeah, you do.
What's important is the bloodlines and the documents and the pictures.
Yes.
Records.
So, I mean, that was our main experience. Now, this is the last part, the aftermath of the evacuation. When we came home,
I
had to unpack everything, and oh my goodness. Just Wolf boards out. All right. So yeah, that was the aftermath of all of that. Now you guys get to see the evening that Daughter of Otten left to go up higher ground. This was a live stream. I'll kind of scan through it for you, but you'll get to see quite a bit, and you'll get to see the intensity of the fire.
Hold on a second. I'm not getting a feed of your video here. Are you playing the right thing? It says you're sharing. If you're still in here, Sancho, let me know if you're seeing the video feed. Because on my end, I'm only seeing the leaf. Yeah, see? We just went through all of that stuff, and it didn't show anything.
Are you kidding me?
It has literally been one of those weeks, you guys. I have no idea what's going on here. So we've only had your commentary about nothing to do.
Yay! Okay, well, let's start this over and figure out what's going on.
Just let's see if it'll. Hold on a second.
Why aren't we showing?
I don't know because we have it here. Let's go to this. It says. Let's remove this. Now let's go ahead and represent. And we want to do. God, I'm sorry. This is so dumb. I had it paused, so I assumed that's what was going on. Well, at least you got our story commentary.
You got some of it because you got to see that you were pretty.
Well, but maybe because you're just talking about it. That's so stupid. We just went through all those shorts. Let's try this. Let us know if this works. So it says it's sharing screen. See, it says it's there. And then you should be able to go.
Let me see.
No, we have
There you go.
not. All right. Let's just recap this a little bit and move on with our life. I'll put it into Fridays.
Yeah, we'll show all of those shorts that I went through on Friday. Sorry about that. I don't know why it did this to us. But either way, I'll go through this here as the this is our live stream that we did that night. So you'll get to see the intensity of what the fire looked like.
Trying to get as much content out there as possible. Most of us don't have power out here right now, so we're running.
I'll stop at one of the helicopters so you can see the cool drops that they do.
Let me make sure it's actually playing here on my end.
Because all of the power that we get sourced from is from Havilah, and they
Are we good?
either lost it or turned it off because of the fire.
Yeah, I know. There was, as far as I know, the intensity of that fire, man. Lost in Apple. It was one of our water dropping helicopters.
In it?
Imagine how much water that had you paid.
My dad was Kern County fireman for years, and I got forestry fireman friends for near 13 years. 0% contained and hard because of the wind. Yeah, very rough terrain.
Yeah, okay, the fire here, ladies and gentlemen, was 0% contained. It went about 2 or 3 days at 0% contained. They couldn't get a grip on it. It turned into a monster fire. Yeah, it gets a little better down where we are in.
Feel the other one coming.
There's a pond that they dip into. You'll see him take off from it. In this area. He's getting water and then see they're coming back to the fire, but they're dipping into a pond. So I can get her back to her spot, okay?
Okay, sounds good.
Or do you want her left in there? Going in and trying to...
She won't like it. At least you can put her there for now. And then if she wants to come back later.
Yeah, I'm going through and just getting little bits.
You can feel it coming.
How are you getting so many views? Here comes another one of them. Especially same one.
I didn't have very much air support that first night like that.
No.
And they even grounded them for a little while. We didn't have them for 4 to 6 hours.
Yes.
That's about when I had.
What are you getting in my seat, Kat?
Yeah, we don't get much here. You can't see flames on this one. I do want to go back and show them the flames of the...
Oh, yeah, but coming across the Lions Trail.
Yeah. There's another... I think that one's a helicopter. Huh. But that's all the smoke, and that's one of the reasons that we had to get out of here. It was just too much. Hope everybody's having a decent night tonight, at least. I think here you start to see you see the glow in there. That's the fire that you'll see in the background. As it starts to get darker, the more glow you get.
And I'm gonna have a full length thing of what I got from our security cameras.
Yeah, our security cameras got some good stuff. At least when the power,
Yeah.
at least when the power wasn't out. But yeah, you guys get the gist for what it did. Yeah, we're gonna go over
Well,
full
prayers for
details of it.
everybody. I hope you guys have a comfortable
That was
night.
the end of it. That was
Like I
at
said, prayers
night.
for everybody that's lost their stuff, lost their lives, gotten injured. Prayers for the people who are fighting the fires.
Okay, I'm gonna see
and
about going
taking
back
care-
for a second here and seeing what I can find.
So this is the aftermath of having to.
Look, guys.
I've never. Hey, baby Ender.
Okay, here's the night view that I was talking about of the fire. And here's the hill of the day that we left, the night we left.
It was the same night.
Yeah.
I think that this is from you. And this is Saturday. This is the
Yeah, this is when we left, which was like what? 5, 6 o'clock? No, 8 o'clock at night. And then we were saying that this was. These ones are short, I'll go through it really quick. And then we'll move on. This is what I was trying to show with our short part. A little tail wag. Happy to have food. And then this is that parking lot I was saying that we had them all come out at. You guys look awesome going through that. Oh, thanks. It was hell.
I was really scared.
Yeah. It was intense.
Hey, baby Ender.
So I'm gonna take one of these and I'm gonna use just this.
No, I'm getting a V. Okay.
If I'm not seeing too much more, I'll put that on.
Babies. Babies.
I wrote it.
Hey, babies. Hey, babies.
I have no fortune.
You have no fortune? No cookie or just no fortune?
Cookie, just no fortune.
Well, because you're not supposed to open it beforehand.
Yep. Right. I don't know what that did.
What do you mean? It's gonna be right in the main compartment of the console.
Yippee.
How's it look, guys? Look, guys.
I haven't been happy in like a couple weeks like this.
You know. Thank you, Tanya, for this.
Yes. Where's the fork?
He said, "We'll play this awesome."
You get more on the fork?
Yeah, he did really well.
I had no fortune in my cookie.
And then we still got. See, that's what I like. This point. Yep. Now we get to decompress.
get on the train.
I think that's what happened. That's why I was
So this is the aftermath of having to evacuate.
yeah, the last part.
The dogs peed and it leaked everywhere. And it was male wolf pee. So, all that stuff needs to be washed. This stuff is good.
We got medications apparently. And we also have icebreaker ice cubes.
It'll be interesting.
And all of these things that you live for, do they matter in light of eternity?
That was a long couple days. Okay, now here's the live.
I don't know if it's the lady up there.
Yearbook stuff for the day.
Okay.
Sacrilegious.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, that was all of that. So now let's get on with our woke stuff. I caught you up with the fire, and there'll be an even more in-length thing coming on Friday. So you'll get to see a lot more. Let's get on with the wokeness, the Olympics controversy.
While we were gone, apparently this happened. The Olympics started, and
Yes.
this whole thing happened, and it kind of like caught wind of it a little bit here and there, and didn't really know what it was about, but now we don't go back. So.
One of the coolest things was Snoop Dogg getting to carry the torch.
Right, yeah. For the most part, I guess most of it was pretty kosher, and then there was this just one weird incident.
Yeah.
It really took everybody by surprise. I do have some references here that you can share when it comes time. So
Okay.
Just let me know when you're ready.
All right, let's start watching this one and move on with this.
Imagery or worldwide misunderstanding? Well, it depends on who you ask. Here's how the Paris Olympics opening ceremony generated so much controversy. The 2024 Summer Olympics got underway in grand style on Friday, July 26th. Celine Dion made her return to live performance with the song in front of the Eiffel Tower. French metal band Gojira rocked out on platforms jutting out from the conciergerie amidst a pyrotechnic show and operatic accompaniment. One part of the opening ceremony, though, drew the ire of prominent Christians and pulled attention away from the sportsmanship, international cooperation, and artistry. At one point, a group of drag queens danced along a fashion runway and struck poses around a central queen who had a mixing table in front of her and wore a headdress. When everyone was in place, a man in blue makeup representing the Greek god Bacchus, or Dionysus, was revealed as the centerpiece of an arrangement of food. Fast forward several days, and there's been a merry-go-round of fury, recriminations, explanations, and apologies among political leaders, religious leaders, YouTube talking heads, Olympic organizers, and more. The Olympic Games official X account wrote that the segment in question was intended to represent, quote, the absurdity of violence between human beings.
That makes sense.
To the casual viewer, the opening ceremony drag performance might come across as nothing more than colorful and kitschy, in the style of French cabaret performance. Others, however, saw a direct attack on Christianity and interpreted the performance's final scene as ridiculing Leonardo da Vinci's 1498 painting, The Last Supper. Art News notes, though, that the performance bears a striking resemblance to Dutch painter Jan van Baerle's 1635 painting, Feast of the Gods, instead. The French bishop's...
For a second, because I got another version of that. It's
Yes, there is no...
Here you go. You can share it with the camera. Look, I don't know if you can see it down... Just the camera's right here. Do your best to see what that is. I don't know. I'll post a better one later. But yeah, there's no comparison. There's too much symbolism in this one. It was ignored if that was the case.
Yes.
Where's the ass?
Exactly.
Where's the holes?
It just resembles the last supper way too much.
Yeah, you got Jesus with the sun disk.
Yes.
You have the DJ set as the Holy Grail, and most notably, you have the 3 distinct windows behind them that was completely visible in the Last Supper.
Yes.
It's like for some reason that's a really big prominent thing. There's 3 windows in the back. You have it in the Last Supper, and you had it there. There's not enough people in it to be this picture.
Exactly.
Picture.
And what caught a lot of people's attention too on this were the kids that were in it.
Yeah, I didn't even know that. You're going to have to point that out to me because I did not know that.
Yes, so let's see what they have to say.
conference issued a press release criticizing the performance.
I'll
It
pause
read,
it on
in
it.
part, "The ceremony unfortunately included scenes of mockery and derision of Christianity." The release also said Christians had been, quote, hurt by the outrageousness and provocation of the performance. U.S. Speaker of the House Mike Johnson wrote on X that the drag show was shocking and insulting to Christians, before talking about traditional values and quoting the Bible. Jenna Ellis, an attorney for Donald Trump's 2020 presidential campaign, called the performance a, quote, disgusting, perverted, sacrilegious display.
Okay, here. I have it full one from what I can see. I at least spot one kid.
Let me see.
Little Asian
Oh my
girl right
God.
there.
Oh my god. Yeah, that's weird. It's again trans with kids and
And it's like it's so stupid. I mean, the trans have to go this way still.
right? Yeah.
And they're trying to pull the whole, well, you know, we're trying to be inclusive. We're trying to make sure that it's spread everywhere. And they're doing the complete opposite. I mean, if people were not pissed off about it's looking like the Last Supper, they were mad because there's actually kids in
Yeah,
it.
Right,
So I mean, you have two separate sets of people that are mad at them.
right. Yeah, exactly. I mean, he just kind of has an arrogant personality, and it's in things that are a little bit cringeworthy. But
Yeah.
you know, like, I mean, you know, seriously.
I think I see like 2 or 3 more kids also. Not necessarily kids. I think they're teenagers, but I can't really tell.
It's hard
They're
to tell. They just
there.
might be like small.
Yeah, I know.
But yeah,
But regardless, there's one.
There's at least one. And that's even weirder.
And I mean, that's a young kid, like 7, I would say.
Yeah, let's see.
That's not needed. It's a drag show still.
It is.
Play. Even Elon Musk chimed in on X, saying that the performance was extremely disrespectful to Christians. Olympic artistic director Thomas Jolly said in a media briefing,
"We wanted something that would unite people. We didn't want anything subversive."
The rap notes that the Bacchanal performance that's caused such distress amongst Christians was meant to be a big pagan party that connected the current Olympic Games back to the Greeks, who worship the gods of Olympus. Bacchus is the god of celebration in Greek mythology, Jolly recounted, and
That's the other
he's the god of
thing.
wine.
Yeah,
Just knowing about this particular god, Bacchus, Dionysus, and this particular party that they're talking about. We're talking about sexual debauchery. We're talking about guys on guys, girls on girls, people
Exactly.
with farm animals getting so completely and totally intoxicated that you can't even stand, drug use, this whole complete abandon of everything.
which
And
has
that's what they're going to represent?
no place in the Olympics.
No, I mean, yeah, Greeks, yeah, Greek mythology for sure, but not that.
Yeah,
You know, not that with a child present.
exactly.
You know, that was, it was like just like I said, complete abandon.
Yeah.
So, but I thought the Olympics were supposed to be about discipline and, you know, strength and
Should be, yes.
but not. So why even represent that if you're going to go back to your Greek roots?
Exactly.
That's
It's
disgusting.
Wine, which is also one of the jewels of France, and the father of Sequana, the goddess of the river Seine. Jolly added, "I wanted a ceremony that brings people together, that reconciles, but affirms our Republican values of liberty, equality, and fraternity."
really.
That message seemed to be lost on religious leaders around the world. The Russian Orthodox Church reacted by saying that Europe is embracing a godless culture. Even Egypt's Al-Azhar, a
Wow.
Sunni Muslim leader, chimed in, telling TRT Africa the depiction was insulting to Jesus in a reckless, barbaric way. Olympic organizers wound up delivering an official apology to Christians and offended individuals the world over. Olympics spokeswoman Anne de Kam said,
And clearly, there was never an intention to show disrespect to any religious group.
Organizers have also removed the video of the performance from YouTube, although fragments remain. Mississippi-based tech company C Spire has pulled their ads from the 2024 Summer Games in response.
Yes, I have seen a bunch of different places pulling their money out of the Olympics.
Really?
Oh, a lot.
Wow.
I'll have to get the whole list, but there was at least 4 or 5 big companies that said, "That's cool, we're not doing it."
That's surprising. Why don't you go look? You know.
Yeah.
The 2024 Paris Olympics opening ceremony, a night filled with spectacular moments, from the lighting of the cauldron to Celine Dion's breathtaking performance. But amidst the grandeur, one act has ignited a global firestorm. A tableau so controversial it has the world asking, what were they thinking? Picture this: drag queens and dancers sprawled across a long table in a scene eerily reminiscent of Leonardo da Vinci's The Last Supper. Jesus Christ and his 12 apostles, replaced by a flamboyant display that left many viewers outraged. The backlash was swift. The official Olympics account, faced with widespread criticism, yanked the footage from YouTube. A stark message greeted viewers: this video is not available. But the damage was done. The opening ceremony, celebrated for its bold, unconventional approach, included a diverse mix of performers, models, dancers, fashion icons, and drag queens. But the segment that parodied Da Vinci's masterpiece crossed a line for many. In response to the uproar, the Paris Olympics organizers issued an apology to Catholics and Christian groups, expressing regret over the contentious tableau.
To show disrespect to any religious group. On the contrary, I think that Thomas Joly really tried to really intend to celebrate community tolerance. That was his word yesterday. And looking at the result of the polls that we shared, we believe that this ambition was achieved. If people have taken any offense, we are, of course, really, really sorry.
Thomas Joly, the creative director, also defended his vision.
Ma volonté est simplement de dire que nous sommes ce grand nous et que hier soir, c'était des idées républicaines, c'était des idées d'inclusion, c'était des idées de bienveillance, de générosité, des idées de solidarité, bref, de ce que je crois nous avons follement besoin. En France, on a le droit de s'aimer comme on veut, avec qui on veut. En France, on a le droit de croire ou de ne pas croire. En France, on a le droit, on a beaucoup de droits, voilà. Et c'était l'idée de faire transparaître ces valeurs-là à travers.
Even high-profile figures weighed in. Elon Musk, CEO of Tesla and X, lambasted the ceremony, stating, "Christianity has become toothless." French politician Marion Maréchal added fuel to the fire, condemning the act and insisting it was the voice of a provocative minority, not France. The fallout extended beyond social media. A major U.S. tech company, C Spire, withdrew its advertising sponsorship, citing the offensive nature of the performance. Yet not everyone was offended. Some praised the artistic vision, seeing it as a bold statement on inclusivity. James Leperlier, president of France's Inter-LGBT, highlighted the ongoing struggles for LGBTQ rights in France, viewing the tableau as a call for progress. So here we are. Paris Olympics 2024 opening ceremony has sparked a vital conversation. When does artistic liberty cross the line into mockery? Today, it's the Christian community under fire. Tomorrow, it could be any other group. So ask yourself, are we okay with this?
That one. Hopefully, we got the MTR in here.
The darling to the opening ceremony of the Olympics. The love.
Okay. Yeah, this one's about there's a girl that's suing.
She's the one that portrayed Jesus.
So yeah.
I don't know if it's a trend or if it's a legitimate woman. I'm not sure. But it's really laughable what they're trying to call them out. It's like they insult a bunch of people and watch what she's going to play. It's so laughable. She doesn't even
Lovely young woman who sat up on that stage with a DJ turntable while imitating Jesus Christ in the Last Supper. You remember her. now threatens to sue her online detractors, which is ridiculously hypocritical. How do you disrespect a religion so much, and then when people speak up against it, now you want to sue them into oblivion? Absolutely absurd.
Boom.
But let's get
Mic
active.
drop.
This is according to the Associated Press. A storm of outrage about the Paris Olympics opening ceremony, including angry comments from Donald Trump, took a legal turn Tuesday, with the French prosecutors ordering police to investigate complaints from a DJ and LGBTQ plus icon who performed. She goes by DJ Barbara Butch. The jokes just write themselves at this point. Anyway, she said she suffered a torrent of online threats and abuse in the wake of a contentious seed at the game's opening ceremony. You think you could just get up on the stage and just imitating Christ at the Last Supper as your army of disrespectful miscreants to the left and the right of you promote their agenda without criticism is that is a weird expectation, man. Nevertheless, a lawyer for the Butch told the Associated Press that she had filed a formal legal complaint alleging online harassment, threats, and insults. I've said this once and I'll say this before, guys. If you are watching my platform, don't go to these people's social medias. Don't say anything to them. Don't try to make them feel bad for their bullshit. It doesn't matter at the end of the day. My theory is that good should over trump evil. Just keep working on being valuable, and the good in that value is going to over trump the opposite side. The lawyer, Audrey Mesalati, said the complaint doesn't name any specific perpetrator or perpetrators for the alleged crimes. I wonder, how does that work? If there's no one alleged, then how are you going to sue somebody? The Paris prosecutor's office confirmed that it received Butch's complaint and said that it tasked a police unit that specializes in fighting hate crime to investigate. The police probe will focus on discriminatory messages based on religion or S-orientation that were sent to her posted online, it said. Although the ceremony's artistic director, Thomas Jolly, has repeatedly said that he was not inspired by the Last Supper. Critics interpreted part of the show that featured Butch as a mockery of the Leonardo da Vinci's painting showing Jesus Christ and his apostles. Yeah, this is complete bullshit right here. Anyone who believes this revisionist history, right? Like, they're expecting you at this junction in your life to look at things with your eyes, but not believe anything that you see. You could be looking at a blue sky, but they'll tell you that it's rainbow colored. You could look at this with your own two eyes without someone telling you that this is not what you see, but you can obviously see that this is a parody, all the way down to the person in the middle adorning her representation of a halo. Of course, they're going to tell you it's not based on that. What else are they going to say at this point? This is the equivalent to you being caught with your hand in the cookie jar and your mom asking you, are you stealing cookies? And you saying no while the hand is still in the cookie jar. This is the modern day equivalent of getting caught with your hand in the cookie jar. You got caught red-handed. You got called out for your ridiculous and disrespectful interpretation.
I'm sorry. I mean, if you got caught that bad, why don't you just come forward and say, like, okay, we never really meant it to be, but yes, we understand how it looks like it, how it seems like it. We apologize to anybody that it offended, but no, they want to go other ways. They want to just act like, well, no, we didn't do it.
No, that's not what that meant. This was like completely about this. This was just an artistic expression of anti-violence or something. I can't remember what they said, but it's based on this other painting. It's like, well, you know.
I mean, ridiculous.
And now it was never meant to be based on that. Okay. Butch, who calls herself a love activist, wore a silver headdress that looked like a halo as she got a party going during her segment of the show. Drag artists, dancers, and other flanked Butch on both sides. Trump in the United States said Monday that he thought it was a disgrace. I'm very open-minded, the former president and current Republican nominee told Fox News host Laura Ingraham, who specifically asked about the comparisons to the Last Supper, but I thought what they did was a disgrace. French Catholic bishops and others were among those who said Christians had been hurt and offended Paris Olympic organizers said that there was never an intention to show disrespect to any religious group, and that the intent was to celebrate community tolerance. Outside of her receiving threats within her inbox that's directed towards her, because I do think that that is way too much, and she should look for legal action to protect herself. But outside of all that stuff, it's insults, it's criticism, which is a ridiculous thing to try to sue people for. But hey, have at it. But just like you're trying to sue those people, I think that the Christian community should come together and sue your ass right back for the insults, for the criticism that you publicly displayed on the backs of Christianity. Jolly, who's the creative director of the entire show, has said that he saw the moment as a celebration of diversity. The table which spun the butch, spun her tunes as a tribute to feasting and French gastronomy. It's wild that he frames it as celebration of diversity, right? This is when keeping it too diverse goes absolutely wrong. We see this also too in like movie characters nowadays, how they'll race swap movie characters in order to hit some type of DEI standard. You see this also in modern video games, where game developers are forced to create diversity and inclusion changes within a game that can go against the historical value or nature of that scene, which often goes against the historical accuracy of the time that they are trying to depict. And in this case, it was using a big back LGBTQ DJ. My wish isn't to be subversive nor to mock.
Okay. You don't have to be Christian to know these people are bad and are a danger to your freedom. Exactly. And, you know, I mean, there's several reasons that that people are mad. It's not even me. Atheists are mad about what they did, the disrespect. You know, the fact that, like I said before, they used a kid in their work. Kids should be nowhere near any drag incident.
Or to shock, Jolly said, most of all, I wanted to send a message of love, a message of inclusion, and not alter the vibe, whatever. Here's the actual letter from the attorney that has gone public. Since the opening ceremony of the Paris 2024 Olympic Games, artist, DJ, and activist Barbara Butch has been the target of an extremely violent campaign of cyber harassment and defamation.
Oh my God.
She's been threatened with D, TO, and R, and has also been the target of numerous anti-homophobia and grossophobic insults. Grossophobia is a type of discrimination that involves stigma based on body size and can be harmful to health. It can also be referred to as fat phobia. The term can be described of the fear of being fat. Well, I guess I'm grossophobic, guys. Male content supremacist, also grossophobic. I do not want to be fat. I do everything in my power. And I'm getting older now too. My body's not burning calories the way that it used to. So now I'm doing 2-a-days. Yes, that's right. Training in the mornings 3 days a week and doing some type of cardio, hiking, boxing, something in the evenings, because I'll be damned. As long as my 2 legs function, I will be walking around and doing something with my body. Our bodies were not designed to just sit down and just chill all day. All right. We come from hunting and gathering, baby. But yeah, I guess I'm grossophobic if you just say this. Yes, I have a fear of becoming. But see, everybody should have that damn fear. Why? Because it'll kill you earlier. These wokies are going to start creating definitions like carophobic, scared of getting hit by a car. Oh, you scared of dying by a car in the street?
They're scared of going out in public. If I was a different religious person, atheist again, I would know these people are bad, and I would be courteous to help Christians. Yes.
Yes, exactly. Even it's like, you know, it's a rights thing. It's a, yeah, exactly. You know, I mean, it is what it is. It's not right to do that.
Exactly.
It's just like, that's why we're going to give we give our pagan perspective on it. And from a pagan perspective, they're still wrong. It's like it's,
they are.
It's plain as day to see what they were trying to represent.
Yeah.
And then it's like now they're gonna try and turn it around and make it like a hate crime against.
Yeah, that's exactly what
she can't even name anybody that she wants to actually target for her lawsuit.
It's just like we're just going.
Just a general thing.
Yeah.
Cry about it in the corner, I guess,
Cry me a river.
Yeah, me, I just like to just cross the street without looking at all. But you're chorophobic. Ew, get away from me. But it more generally refers to the systems of oppressions that devalue and stigmatize fat people, especially minoritized people in Western and patriarchal society. Got it. Just another made-up word to make you feel bad or to provide some new victimhood status that they're going to seek DEI funding for or something like that, I guess. Barbara Bush condemns this vile hatred directed at her, what she represents, and what she stands for. Indeed, her commitments and personal values of benevolence, I always mess up this word, I'm sorry, benevolence, inclusivity, and love for others have always been at the heart of her artistic project, promoting festivities for all, regardless of age, sexual orientation, origin, religion, or gender. She is today filing several complaints against these acts, whether committed by French nationals or foreigners. So she's coming for Trump, apparently, and intends to prosecute anyone who tries to intimidate her in the future.
Okay, Sancho, just to let you guys know, I used to be atheist. I'm a Protestant Christian now. Yeah, Protestant.
I remember you saying that. It's like it's good to return to faith like that.
Yes, it is.
But definitely a good calling. And I mean, not really. I mean, not to say anything bad about atheism, but atheism and Setiism kind of run hand in hand. It's just like a worship of self.
Yes, and like some of the atheists that I've seen and everything else, it's like I don't understand how somebody cannot believe in anything.
Right.
Like
that's hard. That's a really hard thing to get your head around.
It is. It's very hard. You have to have some faith in something.
No, you're a righteous ghoul.
Yes, very righteous.
I don't know what this young lady was thinking, as if she was not going to get criticized for this abhorrent, this poor taste of an opening show in mocking a religion. Here's the thing, but it's good to see people in numbers and in droves speaking about this situation. There's been rumors that have been going around talking about, they're supposed to be mocking Greek mythology and things like that. But if there was enough people that believed current day and Greek mythology, they should be speaking up and having an issue with this as well. If what they look at doesn't represent, or it sheds a bad light on, or if it outright disrespects a whole religion or belief system. Because at the end of the day, this is the Olympics. If you wanted to display Greek mythology, show them in giant thrones or have big weapons, spears, and clouds overhead. But that's not what y'all chose to do. You chose to go from one of the most impactful paintings in Christianity. Yep. But guys, if y'all looking at this, don't go over to her social medias and comment to her or anything like that, because it's not right. And there's a lot of weight behind her words. Questions, comments, concerns. Y'all already know what to do. Mia tutorials and reviews at gmail.com. I'm going to take my grossophobic ass and get up out of here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the content. Leave me some comments down below. What do you guys think about this particular?
Was that the last one?
I believe so.
Yeah, MTR is one of my favorites. I love his work that he does. If you don't know him, it's mediocre tutorial and reviews. Great content that he puts out.
First introduction is really into male-oriented content.
Yes.
And then I found Taylor and Hadan and stuff just shortly after that.
Exactly, and I'm part of his, his fan base as far as Pain. So I get certain stuff and get a super chat, like one free super chat in his lives a month, and so I'm always using it.
You're like 9 months into the army now. So
yep. MT Army. So he says I miss MTR.
Yeah, he's still doing content.
Yeah, he's been putting stuff out still. he'll go into spurts though where it's not that great of content.
Right.
He's
Well,
doing
it's
something.
just, like not stuff that's like in our demographic, you know. So
Yeah.
But he'll kind of spend some time on that for a couple of weeks, and then we come back around and do
Something that what we see.
Yeah, exactly.
So all right, just trying to get back into my rhythm here for lives. So Friday we'll have a big setup for you guys. We're gonna go over the fire, all the damage, all the destruction that this thing has caused.
It leveled a historical town.
It leveled the whole town.
Yeah,
it was bad.
It was crazy.
And I mean, hopefully I'll have news of they contained it fully, but I doubt it because I think they said August 10th for full containment.
Yeah, that was the estimation.
So we'll see. Hopefully it's not. Oh my God, it's doing more damage to places.
Yeah, tonight it's at 22%, I think. Still.
Yeah.
So, and it is kind of flaring up over on the Paiutes again.
Yeah, it is.
We'll see. But so far, it looks like we've got some hot spots. That's it.
Nothing big, yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Sancho.
Thank you for joining me.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Have a great night.
We'll see you Friday.
Stay cool.
Namaste.
Make me stretch.
Oh, I will.
All right, so go back over to the duck tab.
Yep. End, right?
End stream. I'd have to edit it because I spelled some stuff wrong.